That was terrible. Like, in my head, that was going to be way cooler of an intro, but really it was pretty dumb. Anyways, hey, let's jump into it. My name's Taylor, student pastor at Anthem, and we are going to jump right back into Friday. Top 5 favorite. Last week, we did top 5 ways that you could be spending your quarantine. Let's be real. You're bored. You don't know what to do. And if that's you and you didn't watch last week's video, go watch it. Gave you some excellent ways you can be spending your quarantine. I'm talking forts and Star Wars. I'm talking some cooking chops challenges where you're going into the pantry, you're going into the refrigerator, and you're grabbing all the weird canned items your parents have, and you're making a Bobby Flay style dish, all right? So go watch last week's video, but this week we are going to be doing, this is one of my favorites. I think this is my absolute favorite. Top 5 favorite NBA players. I get it. I don't look the part, but I love basketball, and I used to play basketball, and I'd like to think I was decent. Like, on a scale from 1 to 10, I was a solid 5.5, okay? I know what you're thinking, Taylor. You're small, and you're a white dude. What are you thinking? And to answer that question, you're right. I probably should have stuck to, like, being a horse jockey or something. But I love basketball. It was my first love. Don't tell Victoria, but it was my first love. And if Victoria, if you're watching this, my wife, I'm not sorry, okay? It is what it is. But hey, let's jump into it. Number 5, okay? Number 5, this is a little interesting, but bear with me here. Jeremy Lin.
Lin around the screen by Jeffries, now pulls up for the jump shot. Got it off the glass.
I love Jeremy Lin. I'm all about Lin's sanity, and I'm gonna be honest, I was totally that dude that knew nothing about him until Linsanity happened, and then I totally hopped onto the bandwagon. That was me. And like, the moment I was hooked to Jeremy Lin was when we were about 3 or 4 games into that awesome stretch of games that he had during Linsanity when he's playing the Lakers. And before the game, a whole bunch of reporters are asking Kobe, what do you think about Jeremy Lin? What do you think about Linsanity? And Kobe looks at all these reporters and goes, Linsanity who? Like, who's Jeremy Lin?
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
And just totally disses the dude. And then Jeremy Lin that night drops 38 points on the Los Angeles Lakers.
Lin drives in and lays it in. Lin likes the open floor, spinning, puts it up and banks it in. Yes. Sensational play for Jeremy Lin. Lin on the drive, gets inside, banks it in. Wow!
Dude, that was an I watched that and I lost my mind, and I loved Jeremy Lin from that point on. So number 5, Jeremy Lin. Number 4, this one's a little bit more probably near and dear to a lot of your hearts, basketball players. Gotta go with the Claw, Kawhi Leonard. Name a better two-way player. Go ahead, try. Who can play better offense and defense? I'll wait. Who's better? I'll just stop right now. Can you name one? No, you can't. You cannot name a better two-way player than Kawhi Leonard. And let's be real, he's one of the more clutch dudes in the NBA. I have not had more fun watching the NBA playoffs than last year when he just went off. He went bananas with the Raptors, and I lost my freaking head when he made that game winner, Game 7, against the Milwaukee Bucks in the corner, and it hit the rim like a million times and went in.
Finds Leonard for 3. Yes! He got the hop. What is going on with that corner for Kawhi Leonard and bounces? Touched by the Raptors.
Nobody in the history of the game will ever be able to do that ever again. No, they won't, okay? Number 4, Kawhi Leonard. Love that dude. Number 3, man, this has been a crazy 2020, and one of the crazy things that's happened in 2020 is what happened to Kobe. Man, rest in peace, Kobe, but he is one of my absolute favorite NBA players. A lot of you know I'm a massive Phoenix Suns fan. But there was a point in time, and I don't know if you're allowed to do this, but I did it. I lived in California for the first 10 years of my life, and I was a big Lakers fan. And I grew up watching Kobe, and every time I would watch a Kobe game, I would go out to my backyard and I would try to imitate all the moves that I saw. Did I do well? Probably not. I probably looked like an idiot. But Kobe's game was so iconic.
Bryant for the win. Bang!
And if you grew up in the basketball culture, you wanted to be Kobe. And even if you didn't grow up in the basketball culture, tell me you haven't once in your life crinkled up a piece of paper in the classroom and shot it and yelled Kobe, okay? Everybody knows who Kobe is. Number 3, Kobe. All right, number 2, favorite NBA player of all time. This is gonna ruffle some feathers here, but I'm a big LeBron guy. LeBron all day long. Don't give me MJ, give me LeBron. And if you're on team MJ, you literally, there is no argument that you could create, literally no argument that makes MJ better than LeBron.
I can't.
Look at stats. LeBron's better. Look at the playoffs. I get that MJ has more rings, but LeBron's been to more finals, and he's played in more playoff games, and he has better playoff stats. Give me LeBron. I'm drafting LeBron. If I'm doing an all-time draft, I'm not picking MJ. I'm picking LeBron. Don't at me. LeBron's better. If you want to fight me about it, well, we're in quarantine, so we can't really fight about it. But after quarantine, I'm down. Let's fight about it, okay? Number 2, LeBron. Now, number one, you need to know this was literally my hero growing up. Even outside of basketball, he was my hero. If I were to give you a list of my all-time heroes, it would be like Jesus, my dad, and then this dude. Number 1, the one, the only, Steve Nash. This dude is giving small white guys around the world hope that they can be a hooper. And that was me. Growing up, I'm still a small white guy, but especially when I was growing up, I was so tiny and I would watch Steve Nash, and this was around the time when I was 10 or 11, really getting into basketball, and I would watch the Phoenix Suns, and I wanted to be Steve Nash. I had a buzz cut most of my life growing up, and Steve Nash had the long hair, and he'd always curl his hair behind his ears. I remember in games, even though I didn't have hair, I would pretend to be like Steve Nash, and I'd curl my non-existing long hair behind my ears. I just wanted to be Steve Nash. That dude's a legend. He will always be my favorite, especially my favorite Phoenix Sun. But man, he's the dude why I'm in love with the game. But that's my top 5, okay? That's my top 5. What's your top 5? Do you got a top 5 favorite NBA player list? If you do, drop it in the comments below. Hey, message me about your 5 favorite players. Love to talk with you. But hey, we will see you guys next week for another edition of Top 5. Later, guys.